Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys? How's everything? I hope you are doing well. This is Ali speaking. I am a mathematics teacher. Today, inshallah, we are going to explain for you how to solving the quadratic equation by completing square. Let's start our lesson for today by warm up. Here I have a question for you, and you have 3 minutes to solve this question. Be ready for that. The question saying here, solve this equation, quadratic equation, by using the square root. You have 3 minutes to solve this one. Go ahead and let me to see your answer. Thank you guys. Let's share together our answers and check here if your answer is correct or not. Please be attention with me and let's see the answers there. Here, as we know already this quadratic equation, because we know already this quadratic equation. Why? Because here the highest degree of the power it will be 2. Let's write it again. Here 2 times here 2 times x minus 5 power 2 equals 32. How can you solve this one? The first step, you are going to think how we cancel this 2. This 2 is multiplication, as we already know how to solve the first step equation. If you have 2x, for example, equals 8. How we cancel this 2? You are going to divide here by 2, divide here by 2, because the opposite of multiplication will be division. So that here we are going to do this one also here by divide both sides by 2. Don't forget the equation will be balanced. Whatever you are going to do in one side, you should do it on the same side. Okay, so that here divide by 2 and here divide by 2. This one 2 cancel, so you have here x minus 5 all power 2 equals what? Equals 16. What you are going to do after? We need to cancel this power. How you cancel this power? If you have the power 2, take the root, square root. If you have power 3, take the cubic root, and so on. Okay, that here the power, it will be cancelled with the root, and here x minus 5 equals what? Equals the root of 16. We have two values. If you have square root, we have two values, one positive and one negative. Here the 16, it will be here 1, so it will be 4, and here x minus 5 equals minus 4. How can you solve this one? One step equation. Here we are going to adding plus 5 for both sides. This one step equation, or other side you are moving the 5 for other side. It's up to you. So here x equals 9, and here adding 5 for both sides. This one cancels. So x here equals what? Equals here 1. So that here the solution or the root of this equation will be here 1 and 9. If you want to check your answer here, instead of x both 1, it will be the same here. This one 1 minus 5, it will be here 4. 4 times 2 minus 4 times 2, it will be here 16 times 2 32. And here also 9 minus 5, 4 power 2 to 16 times 2 32. So that's your answer. It's correct. Okay, let's before I'm going to start here for our lesson, let me share the objective for today. At the end of the lesson, inshallah, you will be able to solve the quadratic equation by using completing square. Before we are going to start our lesson, let's remind you about something here. If you have here x minus 5 or power 2, what we call this one? Call this one perfect square. What we call this one? Perfect square. How can you factorize or expanding this one? If you want to expand this one, what you are going to do? You are going to multiply the first term by itself, x times x power 2. How can you find the second term? You're going to find the second term here, meaning you are going to multiply the first by second by 2. The first x times minus 5x times 2 minus 10x. And here, be sure always is a perfect square. The third term will be positive, because here minus 5 times minus 5 will be 25. So that's what we call this one perfect square. So that whatever you are going to convert any quadratic equation or any quadratic form to perfect square, be sure the first term has root and the third term has what? Has root. Okay, that's good. Let me also remind you about something for the quadratic equation. It's very important for you also. The quadratic equation, as we know, the quadratic equation here, how many roots it will be have? Depends here is the discriminant. We know the discriminant, it will be here b power 2 minus 4ac. So that we have here three cases. If the b power 2 minus 4ac greater than 0, so we have two solutions, it will be real number. And if you have here b power 2 minus 4ac, okay, less than 0, meaning negative, it will have here also two solution, but it will be imaginary number, it's not real number. If you have b power 2 minus 4ac equals 0, you have one solution, and it will be repeating. Okay, what you could do this one is the discriminant, and for the discriminant, you know, you are using to know how many solutions there for the quadratic equation. Okay, that's good, guys. Let's have here for example, the general formula for quadratic equation. It will be same like this: ax power 2 plus bx plus c equals what? Equals 0, right? This is a general formula for quadratic equation. The a, it will be the coefficient of x power 2, and the b, it will be here the coefficient of x, and the c, it will be the constant or the last term. Okay, for example here, if you have a quadratic equation and there is missing the third term, for example ax power 2 plus bx, and here is the missing term. Okay, quadratic formula, a quadratic expression, we need to find here the third term. How can you find the third term? This formula for that, saying if you want to find the third term for quadratic formula or quadratic expression, you are going to use this one: c equals b power 2 over 4a. So that you are going to use this one to find the third term. Okay, how can you use this one? Of how it's work with us? Okay, be sure the a, it will be the coefficient of the x power 2, and the b, it will be the coefficient of x. How can you use this one? Let's have an example for that. If you have here x power 2 plus 8x, and I asked you to find the third term. How can you find the third term here? As I told you, the first step you are going to do, write a and b. Okay, what is a here? A equals the number of the coefficient of the x power 2. It will be here 1, meaning here nothing, meaning 1. And the b equals what? 8. How can you find the c? By using the formula there up, b power 2 over 4a. What is the b? 8 power 2, meaning 8 power 2 over 4a. b 8 power 2, 4 times a 1. Okay, 8 power 2, it will be 64, and here over 4. What it will be here? It will be here 16. So that here 16. Okay, can you convert this quadratic formula or quadratic expression to be as a perfect square? Yes. What you are going to do? You are going to do for this case here, let's write it here, you are going to make here brackets power 2. And to take the root of the first term, the root of x power 2, it will be x. And here's a sign between the two terms, it will be same, the one in the middle positive, and the root of 16 will be 4. If you are going to expanding or factorize this one, x plus 4, it will give you x power 2 plus 8x plus 16. Okay, that's good. Let's have another question in the same case, so that it will be, you are being to be ensured it will be easy for you. Here, if you have x power 2 plus 3x, how can you solve this one? Who can share with me? Raise your hand if you know the answer, please. Okay, go ahead. So that's the first step you must start. You are going to tell me, I'm going to write the coefficient in front of the x power 2, a equals 1, and the b equals 3. How can you find the c? By using the formula. What is our formula? You can tell me? Yes, that's good. b power 2 over 4a. What is the b? Here 3 power 2, it will be 9 over 4a. 4 times 1, it will be 4. So that here it will be 9 over 4. Can you write this one? Don't forget here plus. Can you write this one as a perfect square? Yes. Open brackets, here power 2, the root of the first term x, the signs will be the same in the middle. It will be here plus, and the root of 9 over 4, the root of 9, it will be 3, the root of 4, it will be what? It will be here 2. That's what we call this one, perfect square. That's very nice. Let's go to for another thing there. Okay. Here, how can you solve the quadratic equation by using completing square formula? For example, if you have here this equation, x power 2 minus 6x plus 5. In the general, on the normal, okay, we can solve this one. Here, we have many solutions for that. We can use this one by factorizing, so that you open two brackets. If you are going to using the factorize, if he is not mentioned, here should equal 0. If he is not mentioned what solution you are going to use, or which step or which formula you are going to use, do whatever you want. Okay, we can use the calculator, mod 523. We can use here the factorization. We can using the formula. We can use his completing square. There is many things. Okay, how can you solve this one by factorization? Here x and here x. two number you are going to multiply, it will give you 5, and when you are going to here adding the two numbers, it will give you here minus 6. It will be here 5 and here 1. This one minus, so that both of them it will be minus, and here equals 0, so that we have here x equals 1 and here x equals 5. We can solve this one also if you are going to solve it by using the formula a, write a and b and c. I will leave this one for you to solve it. A, it will be here 1 and here minus 6 and here 5. What is the formula here? X equals minus b, positive or negative, root of b square minus 4ac over 2a, right? And after that, we're going to substitute. It will give you the same answer. But for our lesson for today, we are going to solve by using completing square. So that here, how can you solve this one by completing square? Here, x power 2 minus 6x minus 5 equals 0. That's the first step you are going to do, guys. Here, the first step, you are going to shifting this one for other side. You have x power 2 minus 6x, and here equals minus 5. And keep here space. We need to find here the third term. As I told you, write the a. What is the a? It will be here 1, and the b, it will be minus 6. How can you find the c, the third term? By using the formula b power 2 over 4a. So that here the c equals b power 2. What is the b here? It will be minus 6. Power 2 by 36. Over 4 times a. 4 times a, 4 times 1, it will be 4. What is the c here? It will be here 9. That here plus 9. Okay, and whatever you put here plus 9, you should do it in other side. So here x power 2 minus 6x plus 9 equals minus 5 plus 9. As we said for the equation, what you are going to do on one side, you should do on other side. And after that, write this one as a perfect square. Here power 2, and here x, the root of the first term, and here same the one, the sign same the middle, minus, and the root of 9, it will be here 3. Equals what? Minus 5 plus 4, it will be minus 5 plus 9, it will be here 4, right? Okay, that's good. So that here we have x minus 3 power 2 equals 4. How can you solve this one? As I told you, if you have any power, we will cancel the power, take the root of the same power. So that here the root 2, but here power 2, but take root 2 or the square root for both sides. So that the root, it will be cancelled with the power. We have x minus 3, we have two positive, or two values, one positive and one negative. The root of the 4, one positive 2 and one minus 2. And we can write it like this: x minus 4 equals 2 and x minus 3 equals minus 2. Here adding 3 and here adding 3. This one cancel, if x equals 5, and here adding 3 and here adding 3. This one cancel, if x equals what? 1. So that is the root, it will be here 1 and 5, as we solve it by factorization. 1 and 5. This one by completing what? A square. That's good. Let's have another question, please, so that it will pick there with you. Okay, can you do this one with yourself? X power 2 plus 2x minus 3. Okay, guys, go ahead, please. Can you solve this one? Let me see your answer, please. Okay. First step, as we said, what you are going to do? We are going to do Mr. Here we are going to write here x power 2 plus 2x. We are going to shifting this one here 3 and keep space here. So that we need to find the third term. Before we find the term, write the a and the b. What is the a here, guys? 1. What is the b here? Equals here 2. How can you find the c? Was using the formula c equals b power 2 over 4a. يبقى here 4 over what? Over 4a. 4a يبقى 4. Okay, so that we have here x power 2 plus 2x here equals 1, right? Here plus 1 equals 3 plus 1. Write this one as a perfect square. يبقى here power 2, the root of the first term x, and this one the same the middle, plus, and root of 1, it will be 1 equals what? 4. What you are going to do later, after that, you are going to do, take the square root for both sides, this one cancel, so that you have here x plus 1, we have here x plus 1 equal positive or negative the root of 4, it will be 2, so that we have two cases, x plus 1 equal 2 and x plus 1 equals minus 2. Solve this one step equation. How to solve it? Here you are going to the adding, or are going to here subtract minus 1 for both sides, or other side moving the one or shifting the one for other side with different side, a different sign. It's up to you. Okay, so that here x equals 1, and here minus 1, and here minus 1, and here x equals minus 3. Okay, that we have two solutions here for this equation. Here x equals what? Minus 3, and the root here minus 3 and 1. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's have another question. Okay, if you have here x power 2 plus 4x minus 45 equals 0, how can you solve this one? So okay, mister, but we are going to solve this one by what? By using completing square. We can solve it in another way. It's up to you, but it's mentioned the way you are going to use, you should do it. Okay, if you has not mentioned any way, it's up to you. Solve whatever factorization, using by calculator, you're solving by general formula, by completing square. So that here, by completing square, the first step, as we said, you here x power 2 plus 4x, and you are going shifting the 45 with different signs, and keep this one space. We need to find the third term. How can you find it? Write the a and the b. What is a, guys? Here is the number of the coefficient in front of the x power 2, 1. What is the b here? 4. How can you find c? By using the formula b power 2 over 4a. So it will be here, what is the b power 2? It will be here 4 times 4, 16, and here over what? Over 16 over 4a over 4. It will be what? It will be here 4. Okay, that's good. What you are going to do here, 4, and here adding 4. Don't forget here plus. So that here it will be, write this one as a perfect square. It will be here open brackets power 2, the root of the first one, the middle sign will be the same here, it will be plus, the root of the fourth will be here 2, and here the root, it will be this one 49, it will be here 49. Take the root for both sides to cancel the power, so that one cancel, so that x plus 2 equals positive or negative what? Or negative 7. Okay, and I let you to solve this one. Okay, I hope this one is clear. So that after you are going to solve this two equation, you are going to find the root. It will be minus 9 and 5. Okay, guys, it's your turn right now. As we have our class, the 3 groups or 4 groups, depending on the class you have. We have the first equation for the first group, x power 2 minus 6x plus 8 equals 0. Please solve this one in your notebook. Let me see your answer. This is the first group, and here our second group, you have your questions here. Okay, second group here, x power 2 plus 4x equal 0. Solve this one by completing square, or find the solution of the root of the quadratic equation by completing square. This one also we have another question, guys, but it will be, as for all, we call the critical thinking, and after that, inshallah, you are going, all of us, to think about the question. It will be a good question for us. We have a quadratic here. We have here the expression, this one, 2 times x plus 2 or power 2 minus 13 over 2. What was the original quadratic expression? What was the original quadratic expression? I need to find here the original quadratic expression for this form. Okay, let me see your answer here, and you can work in this one. It's a good question. Okay, I hope now by end of the lesson, let's have get our conclusion for today. Today we already know how to solve the quadratic equation by completing square. As we already know, if you are going to solve the equation by completing square, the first step you are going to moving, if the third term is already there, moving for other side by shifting the term for other side by different sign, and after that keep space to find the third term. How can you find the third term? Before you are going to find the third term, try to find the coefficient for each numbers, for each term. For the x power 2, write a. For the x and write b. After that, you are going to use the normal steps we already used at the classes, at the lesson for today. At the end of the lesson, I hope everything is clear. If you have any question, please, you can contact me anytime or can write and comment. Thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you so much for giving me this time and an opportunity to explain my demo lesson. Thank you so much and have a nice day.